Hey guys, I'm so glad that you're here tonight. I hope you've been enjoying the last few weeks of the Rocky students in groups. I just wanted to remind you that next week we will be meeting at the gathering in Niwot. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be lots of worship, lots of time to hang out and play stupid games. Make sure that you don't miss it. Bring your friend. It's going to be incredible. So this week we start our fourth week in the Matthew series, and we're wrapping it up. I hope that all of you have been reading a chapter a day. We've got prizes for you if you can accomplish the challenge. Today we're going to be spending time sort of wrestling with one of the biggest questions that we all ask. What is the purpose of life? What are we here for? To get to the answer, there's this one spot in Matthew 28 where Jesus is teaching and a bunch of Pharisees gather around. And at this point, Jesus had been performing miracles and teaching, and people are starting to figure out who Jesus is and who he's claiming to be. So they're gathered around and Jesus is teaching, and one of the brightest Pharisees asks Jesus this question: what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus' response is in chapter 22, verse 37. Jesus replies, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself." So guys, oftentimes in my life, I have looked to all kinds of solutions for purpose. I have looked to all kinds of solutions for what will give me joy, what will be the answer to kind of my life. I have turned to success, I have turned to money, I have turned to family, friends. Every single time it falls short. Every single time I get to a point where I feel like, okay, this is good, but it only lasts for a little while before I begin feeling discontent, before I begin asking the question, is this really all there is? Is this really the meaning, the purpose of everything? A lot of you are in a spot where you're asking that question, especially some of you are beginning to think about college. Some of you are beginning to think about, what does it look like? What am I going to do with my life? Jesus' response was love God and love others. God designed you specifically for a purpose. That purpose is to bring God glory and to love others. In order to bring God glory, you love others like he loves us. In order to bring God glory, you bring other people into relationship with him. You bring other people into the kingdom. So what does it look like for you to begin living with that mission statement? With the mission statement to love God and to love others. Tonight, as we break into groups, I really want you guys wrestling with that question. Practically speaking, what does it look like for you to love others at your school? All because you love Jesus. All because of what Jesus did for you on the cross. So as we break into groups, that's what you're trying to figure out. I hope you have a great time. I'll see you next week.